In a time where everything is fast-paced and we rarely get time to reflect and grow as people, this channel's ethos is to help us do this while promoting that walk with Christ. So join me, beautiful people, and let's grow together. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, The Fullness of Philly. I am glad to be back. Okay, so I know it's been a minute, but I always try to come with something substantial. That's why I take some time, but I wanna come with something that I know that, you know, is really suited to the time we're in, you know, in the society, what's going on. So as you can probably see, the title is knowing yourself, knowing the core of who you are. Now, this is very important because it can determine so many factors about how our life goes, how our life operates, what we tolerate, and everything. Our decision making, everything comes under how much we know ourselves and how much we love ourselves, okay? So a lot of the times what we do is spend so much time in the mirror saying, yes, I'm you know, this is good about me, but I'd like to change, you know, my eyes is too far apart, my nose is too thick, it's too small, my teeth is a little bit slanted. You know, we've all been there, because we spend so much time with ourselves, you know, we know what we'd like to kind of just perfect if we could, but it's one thing saying to yourself, oh, I want to make myself better in a way that it's not damaging to my health, but there's another thing saying, I want to change something fully, like I want to change something, because what you're doing there, you're saying, God, you didn't do a good job here, I could have done it better, let me show you what I would have changed, let me do something. And because you're not content with what God has given you, the vehicle that God has given you, when I say vehicle, I mean your body, you now want to be downing amphetamine every dinner time, or be sticking your fist down your throat during lunch, breakfast and dinner, after meals, because you're not happy, you're not content, you're not whole. And then all this leads to things like depression. It leads to so many things that, you know, it's really not healthy. It's really not healthy. To really engage in yourself and really love yourself is to accept yourself, is to know, okay, well, I have flaws, and you know, if I want to get myself, you know, better, there's ways to do this. There's natural ways to do it. People say that they're lazy and that they don't want to do the natural way, therefore they want to go out there and, you know, fly out to Turkey and everything. And that's even a flaw in itself. We can't be lazy like that. For what you really want, you can't be lazy like that. There's even disadvantages to that type of laziness, you know. In this world, the world that we live in, everything you have to push for it. So the type of laziness is not great, because it even shows a character thing that we need to dig deep in ourselves and look for, okay, how can I enhance myself? How can I become better? Because even for businesses, you have to push a business for it to come out and be successful. For education, you have to push for you to come out successful. For the body that you want, you have to push. Nothing is easy, nothing is free. And you have to work for something. You know the value that you know, that's another path you have to go through in life. You know the value in that body. You appreciate that body now. You know, whatever you want to do. If it's exercise, you exercise the right way. You know, you don't need to fly out. You know, it's dangerous for us, it's ourselves. It's dangerous for our beings. It's dangerous for our body. Overall, it's dangerous for your mental health as well. And when we focus on all these outwardly stuff, we lose focus on what is inside. We lose focus of the core of our being, that person inside. You know, this vehicle we have is just, we think we move our hands, we think of our brain, and we move our legs, but that person inside, that spirit inside of you is what controls, is the gearbox, right? When we keep looking at the exterior, we forget the interior. We forget to understand ourselves, to love ourselves unconditionally. Some of us only love ourselves when things are going right. When things aren't going right, we start cussing ourselves left, right, and center. You're so stupid. You're so just. No, you need to love yourself despite of whatever happens. No, you are your number one fan. No one else. People will only give you as much respect as you put on yourself. If you're unsure about yourself, people are definitely going to be unsure about you too. That's just a fact of life. I had to come to realize that I am who I am, and I have to love myself internally first before that reflects on how everybody else will treat me, right? So when you love yourself internally and you start to express yourself, it starts to express externally. You'll begin to know, okay, where are the positions I'm allowing myself to go to, because this is my beliefs, because this is my values, because this is what I truly think is of substance to who I am as a person. Because when you get to know yourself, you begin to know, what do I like? What do I dislike? What makes me who I am? Is this because of what I believe in? Is it because of what I want to portray to the world? There's so many different things that can define you as a being and your identity. You need to get to know, be aligned with yourself, kind of know yourself to the point where no one can tell you about yourself. You know, this is how I operate. And therefore, because you know this, you know, I can't be in this kind of position. It's not healthy for me. I can't go out to this place, it's not right for me. Yes, I can go to this place, it's right for me. Yes, this is the kind of place that I would have fun. This is the kind of place that I'm secure. Not somewhere that you will be vulnerable. Not somewhere that you're taking high risks because you want to follow the world. Because some of us have the fear of missing out, so we want to go and do everything. Well, being everywhere, exposing yourself to things that you know you may have, that you even know. The thing with the Spirit of God, though, the Spirit, you'll feel this hunch, I shouldn't really be here, I don't really like the feeling I'm getting. But sometimes we push it to the side and say, I want to go, it's fun. And then you start regretting when you finish, because you knew you should have been there. And this is why, as children of God, you need to know the roadmap. What roadmap? Who writes the roadmap of your life? Are you of God? Let me give you this analogy. A BMW and a Mercedes, they've got two different parts. They can't be put together. You know, if you can't exchange spare parts, they won't work. They won't work. Just like as I'm a person now, I'm an individual now, I can't mingle with certain kind of people. Not that there's anything wrong with them, but just because who I am, it doesn't mean they may not reflect who I am. Their person may not reflect who I am. They may not reflect the God in me. You know, sometimes you have to get to that point where, am I reflecting God? Is God in me? Are the things I'm doing reflecting God? I had to get to that place. I had to get to that place where I really dig deep in myself. I still want to be baby girl. I still want to do, have a little bit of fun. But then I said to myself, but am I really reflecting the way that God wants me to live? Is this the lifestyle that God wants me to live? Yes, the world may say, yeah, go out, have fun, Are the things I'm doing portraying that godliness in me? Because yeah, the world may say, yes, you're young, 22, live baby girl, I still wanted to be baby girl myself. But it got to that time I was thinking, this baby girl, where is it gonna take me? Where I can see people that are doing baby girl for real, right? And it's not the things that they go through. I don't want to do that. I had to come to the point in my life to understand that, there is a roadmap. There is a direction. If you follow God's way, there is destination you'll get to. And if you follow the world, there is a certain destination you'll get to. I had to make that choice and know that I want to know myself through God. Therefore, He is my manual. He is in every item you buy. Like if you buy a lamp, it comes with instructions. It shows you how to use it. I am a child of God, and my manual is the Bible. I use it. I try to live my life according to that, and live my life with principles, morals, values, that represent God in me. I have to really question myself. Is that what I'm doing? Is that how I'm? Is that what I really want to portray? And I had to get to the point where I said, yes, this is where I stand. This is what I want to do. I want us to get to that point where we're moving with confidence, because we know who we are and in God. And it doesn't come overnight, guys. It doesn't come overnight. Let me tell you that for free. But it comes with constant development and constant knowing constant getting to know yourself. Okay, yes, you're a Christian. Let's guess you're a Christian. But even within Christians, there are different types of Christians, different types of people out there. I like glam stuff, but there's some Christians out there who are still following the principles of God and living it right, and doing what they're supposed to do, but don't like things that I like, and that's perfectly fine as long as our instructions are the same. The core, the foundation. Do we follow the principles of God the way we should? Are we living our lives the way that reflects God in us? Because there's a secure way to live your life the way that reflects God, And when you get to know God and you get to be comfortable in the person that you become, the person that you're developing in, there's a certain level of confidence that booms within you, There's a certain level of self-worth, self-value that you have for yourself. And it's like, okay, I know who I am. I know how I'm coming, And when you have this in yourself, there's a certain level of disrespect that you won't tolerate, There's in relationships with your partner, in relationships with family members, there's boundaries you now have for yourself. Not that you'll be disrespectful or anything. I'm not promoting that. What I'm saying is that you begin to like, okay, yes, respect is reciprocal. Jesus told me to turn the other cheek. But if this is not working out, I'm gonna simply remove myself from the situation. I'm not gonna engage in this kind of thing or make myself submissive to, because when you constantly want to change something in yourself, want to change your being, want to change your body, you begin to devalue yourself. You begin to not appreciate the blessings that God has placed in your life, and therefore it seeps into almost everything you do in life. You begin to accept things that may not even be up to your standard, but because you have criticized yourself so much, you're even shaky. You don't really know what you stand for no more. You don't really know how beautiful you really are, because I assure you, you are. When you move with Christ and you begin to develop yourself, you begin to know who you are, you begin to ravish in the beauty of God. I don't know how to explain it to you guys. You begin to almost dance in the confidence. You begin to smile, you begin to be happy more, and you're not looking at the outward appearance too much. Yes, you may want to change some things. Yes, you may want to enhance some things, but it wouldn't be to the point where if I don't get this, it's gonna diminish who I am. Because who you are is from God. Remember that. Who you are is from God. This vehicle that we have, it's from God. He made you perfect, unique, non-identical to nobody. Yes, you can be an identical twin, but even then, they wouldn't have the exact same personality. They wouldn't be exactly like you. Guys, in Psalm 139, verse 14, it tells us we are fearfully and wonderfully made. That is a serious factor. That tells you that you're made in God's image. You're made in God's likeness. Therefore, no matter what you think about yourself, not even no matter what anybody thinks about, no matter what you think about yourself, know that God created you and you are perfect. With all those flaws that you see, with every little thing that you see, every little detail that you see, and like, oh, I'm not sure, how people take this. Know that God has taken it. Therefore, what can people say? You are yourself. You are beautiful. Really, I want us to get to that point where you look at yourself, and no matter what you may have heard from your family, your friends, any loved one, they may have damaged you to say, this ain't good enough, it may have added to your insecurities about something. I want us to not be moved by anything. I want us to get to that point that we're not moved by anything, because we are totally at one with ourselves, at one with God. Meaning, no one else in this world matters. Honestly, no one matters. Everybody is dealing with their own issues, their own insecurities, none which is better or worse. It's okay to be who you are. It's okay to love who you are. No, listen to that. It's okay to love who you are. It's okay. It doesn't make you self-absorbed. It's selfish. We need more people that love themselves, because a lot of things happens because people don't love themselves. People dump on other people based on how they feel. People reflect their own insecurities and try to put it on other people as well. So you can't listen to nobody. You've got to think about yourself and think about the center of your being. How good are you to calm? How good are you to loving yourself? How open are you to God and everything? How focused are you? I want us to indulge in that. and understand that knowing yourself is a process. But you see, this body that we have, it shouldn't be the main focus. The inside, the mind is the most beautiful thing. It's what can grow, it's what can develop, that what can shape, what can change us, what can really drive the boat in our lives, you know. Yes, you can be the most gorgeous person in the world, but if you're empty-headed, I've said this so many times, if you're empty-headed, if you don't really have ambition and goals, like a strong head on your shoulders, things can break you down. Hey guys, I love you so much. I really do appreciate the support, all of the support. And I really, if you take anything from this message today, I really want us to accept ourselves, to know that we are wonderfully, we're fearfully made, we're unique, we're different, you know, and that is what makes you you. Run with it, become confident, and love yourself to the point that no one can tell you what you are and what you're not. Okay, I love you guys. Speak to you in my next video.